Hi, I am John Rennie. I am a professor in the School of Urban and Regional Planning, and I am very honored to be a nominee for the 2018 Excellence in E-Learning Awards under the Full-Time Faculty category. I teach a class called Planning for Hazards and Disasters, which is taught online and was designed with staff at the Center for E-Learning about 2 years ago. This short presentation will show you how I have tried to incorporate innovation in online course conceptualization and design in providing a commitment to the success of every distance learner through teacher presence, community building, student support, authentic assessment, multimedia content delivery, and accessibility for all learners. More importantly, this last fall, my class, which focuses on understanding how we can recover and become more resilient from disasters, was able to look at the disasters that unfolded in Houston during Hurricane Harvey, in South Florida during Hurricane Irma, and in Puerto Rico and the Caribbean during Hurricane Maria. Students of mine, distance learners, were in the field as these disasters unfolded. They were able to take the content from my class and discuss the theory and apply it in real time to their practice in order to create a more successful and resilient recovery. Join me as I show you a little bit about my class. Innovation in online course conceptualization and design. To provide an overview of planning for hazards and disasters, you can see on the home page I provide information about myself with a photo, a course description and course objectives, and a course blueprint which ties to each one of my course objectives. The course blueprint goes through each of the modules in the unit, identifies the topic, the objectives, the assessments, and the lesson content. You can see here all of that information is listed for all of the course modules. This course provides a commitment to promoting the success of every distance learner through teacher presence. I'm very accessible to my students. On the home page, I provide them with my email address, my office number, and even my cell phone, which I tell them to call me at if they need any questions or to text me at any time if they have any questions about the class. If you review my course syllabus, here I show all that same information, and I also tell them to book appointments online at an online booking website. If you view the online booking website, you can see students are able to go here and book an appointment with me at a time that works for their needs. Student support. The home page of this class outlines many resources for students who are in need of additional support. Down here, we have all of the accessibility rules and regulations with regards to the course, information on student success, where they can turn to for needing help, tutoring, library resources, and then also I provide an individualized help for each student through engaging with them on providing useful feedback for their assignments, being accessible for students that have particular questions, and again, giving them the ability to contact me directly through email, through Canvas, calling me on my cell phone, or texting me, or setting up appointments to meet with me in person are all part of the support that I provide for necessary students. Authentic assessment. This is one of the hallmarks of my teaching style. Each week, we provide assessment based on the discussion of the readings and how that relates to what's happening in the real world in real time. I have very specific and unique assignments. Assignment 1 asks students to draft a memo to the mayor of their community that discusses lessons from recent Hurricane Irma on their community, what they can do to promote community resilience, how they can recommend the 6-step process for community resilience, which was a part of their readings, and to explain the process for forming a collaborative planning team which would set long-term goals and objectives. Assignment number 2 is a group project where students work and interact with other classmates in the class using the platform as the ability to engage and interact with one another. And assignment number 3 asks the students to interview a planner working for a municipality, to ask them to define what it means to create a resilient city, what it means to create a sustainable city, and what are the differences between the two. I also provide students with extra credit assignment opportunities if they feel that they want to take on extra learning to be able to pull their grade up in the course if they're not doing well. There's also a midterm exam and a final exam in this class. Multimedia content delivery. This shows one of my weekly modules. This is the third module, Federal Framework for Disaster Recovery. You can see here that I have a transcript of the audio along with the audio that the students can listen to about what the introduction to this module is about. There are course objectives, what they ought to do, and their link to their readings. Then I provide a video lecture that takes them through the course, including a PowerPoint presentation.
This is Unit 3, Federal Framework for Disaster Recovery.
I go through the objectives in this class, and then I incorporate in here aspects of important YouTube videos that illustrate the points of this. So by putting together a lecture that is a YouTube uploaded lecture, which includes PowerPoint, incorporates YouTube, it really hits on all points of multimedia content delivery. Accessibility for all learners. Again, going back to this example of Module 3, I have the actual audio, I have the transcripts of the audio, I have written objectives, and I deliver lectures that are PowerPoint driven that incorporate video learning and audio learning through a number of different media. We have a number of different sorts of online forums. I have written assignments, I have tests and quizzes, I have group projects. So I bring together as much media in different forms to be able to create the ability for all learners to perform and succeed in this course based on different types of learning styles. Finally, I have a commitment to ongoing professional development focused on e-learning. I am constantly reaching out to the Center for E-Learning for tips and ideas, attending seminars, and researching new and innovative multimedia techniques to make my course more interesting and accessible and exciting. I also look at the spot evaluation scores and review those with the director of my school. We look at how the course can be improved, tips that I can take upon in order to make it a better course. As an example, next semester I'm going to bring aboard a graduate teaching assistant in order to help me make my class a little bit more engaging and allow for my teaching assistant to be able to interact more with my students to provide more presence in the virtual classroom. Now that you've had the opportunity to review the course materials, you can see firsthand how my students benefit from the online e-learning platform. Most of my students work in the field across South Florida, and they would not have the opportunity to take classes here at FAU in person. The platform allows them to be able to do their jobs and learn about best practices and theory to tie that together with their work experience. It's been a wonderful opportunity to have that platform and have my students engage in a virtual environment. Again, thank you for taking the time to review this presentation and to review my course materials.